You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's a big world out there, and you're just looking for a pat on the back or head. You run around the city, searching for a place to bark, working your tail off with your nose to the ground, sniffing for a few scraps, hoping someone will throw you a bone. You take each lead, collar after collar, hoping one day to take a bite out of success and become the top dog. Fortunately, you come home each day to open arms, open cans, a drink waiting for you, and a comfortable place in front of the TV set. You know you've got it good, really good, because after all, it's a doggy dog world out there. Pet Life Radio presents It's a Doggy Dog World with your host, pet expert, and award-winning author, Liz Palika, and this week's co-hosts, Kate Abbott and Petra Burke.
Hi, welcome to It's a Doggy Dog World. I'm your host, Liz Palika, and with me today are my good friends, Petra Burke.
Hello.
And Kate Abbott.
How do?
And today we're talking about house training problems, but not house training a puppy. More likely when an adult dog starts having unusual problems, or you're seeing house training incidences with a dog who's normally well house trained. And things happen, and sometimes the only way the dog can communicate with us is by having a house training accident, because that does get our attention. So hold on, listen to a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Sit. Stay. It's a Doggy Dog World. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
Petco, where the pets go. Petco, where the pets go.
Pet Life Radio has tail-wagging, fur-flying, fabulous deals for our listeners from Petco. Get $6 off your order of $60 or more, and up to 40% off the entire Petco site. That's right, but that's not all. Because you're a Pet Life Radio listener, you'll also get free shipping on your order of $49 or more. $6 off, up to 40% off, and free shipping from Pet Life Radio and Petco. To get these awesome deals, go to PetcoDeals.com. That's PetcoDeals.com.
Petco, where the pets go.
Betty White, what's the #1 pet radio network in the world?
Pet Life Radio.
Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. What radio network has over 5 million monthly listeners and over 50 pet talk shows?
Pet Life Radio.
Rachel Ray, where is the best place to reach potential customers if you have a pet business?
Pet Life Radio.
Put your business in front of over 5 million pet parents with a radio ad on Pet Life Radio, the award-winning #1 pet radio network on the planet. Call our sales department today. Toll free at 877-385-8882. That's 877-385-8882. Or email us at sales@petliferadio.com. Steve Wozniak, if Apple was a pet business, where would you advertise your iLeash?
On Pet Life Radio.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com. We know you're begging for more. So back to It's a Doggy Dog World with your fetching hosts, Liz Palika, and this week's co-hosts, Kate Abbott and Petra Burke.
Welcome back to It's a Doggy Dog World. So, house training. There's probably not much that upsets dog owners more than a dog who's continually having accidents. It ruins carpet. A dog who's leg lifting can stain furniture. It stinks. And big dogs make big messes. Little dogs can make quite a few messes before they're noticed sometimes.
Exactly.
It can be a problem. Plus, we just don't like the idea of a dog urinating and defecating in our house. But sometimes things happen. One thing that's fairly common is when there's changes in the family. Kids leave to go to college, or after the summer break, the kids go back to school.
Let me back up just a second.
Okay, back up.
Rewind. So, a guy calls the other day, and he wanted a private because he said his 5-6-year-old dog, who'd been house trained all these years, was breaking training. And she must be doing it just to piss him off, literally, right? And so I start going down these lists of possibilities of why she's breaking house training. And he was astounded. And as it turned out, she did have a urinary, there was a medical reason, okay? So that's what we want to go through now.
Yes.
I'm going to set the over thing.
Yes.
If your dog breaks house training, this is from an article you posted on Vet Street. And I told Liz what a great article it was, how timely it was. We're going to discuss it. Your last paragraph says be a detective.
Yes.
Figure out why.
Yes.
And so this is part of figuring out why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very rarely does a dog
Pee out of spite.
pee out of spite. Very rarely. It can happen.
It can.
I've known a couple of poodles.
Yeah, I was like,
It can
I've heard
happen.
it.
It can happen, but for the vast majority of the
Very
time,
rare.
most dogs don't want to make you angry.
right.
Most dogs don't want to soil their house. But most of the time, the dogs don't want to make you angry. So, yes, okay, so going back to the first one on our list, changes in the family.
We hear about this a lot because of living near Camp Pendleton.
Right. Dad deploys to Afghanistan, or mom has to change residences because dad's deployed, or the whole family has been shifted 3,000 miles away. A child leaves for college. The whole family's home during the summer, and then the kids go back to school.
Like you mentioned a second ago, I think divorces.
Divorces.
Divorce will...
All of these things,
A death in the family.
There's stress events.
they're stress. And dogs are creatures of habit. Some breeds more so than others, but most dogs are creatures of habit. I know herding and working breeds, for the most part, boy, things must be the way they should be. Mm-hmm. And German Shepherds.
Oh, God.
Petra and I have both had German Shepherds. Those dogs, everything must be, the I's must be dotted just so, the T's must be crossed just so, because they must be
If
in
you forget
order.
that one dot over that I, oh,
A German Shepherd will
Oh.
tell you so.
yeah.
Tell you all about it.
Border Collies are the same way. Things must be the way they're supposed to be.
So you train your puppy dog, and they get used to the idea of they go to the back door and they scratch and you let them out. Well,
Right.
now you've moved to a new home.
Where do they go?
Yeah.
Which one's the back door?
Yeah.
Maybe there isn't a back door. Like in my house, technically, I really don't.
Okay.
The sliding glass door. Yeah, so
They got to pick a new door, maybe a new way of letting you know.
And then where in the
Yeah.
yard? If they used to go to the back of the yard under the tree, now where do they go? What if your old yard had grass and this one doesn't? What if you're in a condo without a yard and you have to go for walks? What if the oldest kid took the dog for a walk and now the oldest kid's in college? There's lots and lots of things. So that's a very common cause of house training accidents. And I put that first on the list because that's probably one of the most common.
Something has changed.
Something has changed.
Yep.
Yep. Next on the list is also changes, but changes in the home. Remodeling the house. Workmen coming and going. Repairmen coming and going.
that's probably the second one we hear a lot because people can't afford to move or they don't want to move, so they're
doing
remodeling.
work. Right.
And how many times have we heard, my dog started to pee in the house? What changed? First question.
New carpet. People are under the idea that brand new carpet in the house is clean. Brand new carpet often isn't clean. You don't think there's no mice in the warehouse? Mm-hmm. Or rats in the warehouse? And smells? Think there's no dogs that wander through?
Or even just the chemical smell.
The chemical
I
smells.
have a friend who was
yes.
very sensitive to that sort of thing, and she got new carpeting. She actually had to go away for a week or two.
So it aired out?
Yeah, let it all air out.
Yeah.
Just the fumes from the manufacturing.
Yeah.
She was quite sensitive to it.
And
And a dog, so
Did
much
she have
more
to pee on
sensitive. She did not have to pee
Oh,
on
that's
it, though.
good.
That was good.
All right, that's good.
I wouldn't have put it past her, though.
I've often recommended when people call, when I was answering the phone, and they said, I got brand new carpet. The first thing the dog did was pee on it. Mm-hmm. Well, one, he could have been marking the carpet as, okay, this is in my house now. But that even, I think, is secondary to something else has happened, a mouse, a rat, or there are other smells on it. Somebody in the warehouse sat on the carpet and ate lunch.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's get down to it. You've got, I remember having carpet installed in my condo and having 3 sweaty guys down on their hands and knees.
Crawling around
all
on the
over
carpet.
that thing, dripping sweat on it, and, you know. Yeah.
It's not clean.
It
So-
smelled like guys.
So put down the carpet and then shampoo it.
Shampoo it.
Shampoo your brand new carpet. At least then you're starting with clean carpet. So changes in the house can upset the dog. After all, the dog, he can come look at us and make eye contact with us, but not all of us are real good at reading their minds. So he can't come to you and go, Mom, I'm upset. What the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And then even if we told him, it's okay. Home's still going to be the same. He's going, no, it's not.
It's different.
It's different. And that leads to the third change. Changes in the schedule. Oh my gosh, are they creatures of habit? The other night, the three of us took off. We had a day out. I got home about...
Did you get yelled at by your dog?
I got home about 10 and I got yelled at. I had 3 dogs making eye contact with me going, dinner's late, dinner's late, dinner's late. You've been gone all day, you've been gone all day, dinner's late. Where weren't you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I walked into, 5 of them doing that.
Got swore at.
Yeah, I did.
I heard about it, and they didn't jump on me. They knew better than that, but they were bouncing up and down on the front legs.
Making all sorts of noises.
All sorts of noises. Yeah. So, I took my jacket off and I went straight to the kitchen and started. I mean, I didn't even kick off my shoes first. It was, okay, I hear ya.
I will feed you.
Changes in the schedule upset them. They really do. And mine just mouthed off at me, and they did not have accidents, but accidents can happen too.
What if they don't have access to the outside unless you're home?
Yeah. They can.
And you change. They've been used to a certain schedule. Their bladder, if you will, is trained to that schedule.
Yes.
Right.
And then you switch your schedule.
Yep.
It's going to take a while for them to adjust.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yes, thankfully my dogs do have a doggy door, so I could be gone for 12 hours and didn't have to worry about it. And my backyard is safe, and there's no problem there, so they could go in and out. But, yeah, changes in the schedule.
Yeah, but I couldn't have been gone all day if my roommate hadn't been home.
Right.
Because my dogs don't have a doggy door, and that would have been too long to ask them to hold it.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
That just wouldn't have been reasonable.
Right.
I didn't hold it the whole day, so I
Oh,
couldn't
heavens
ask.
no.
New way.
How many times did we go looking for the restroom?
First stop. Where's the bathroom?
All right. So another one that is not related to the house training, really, but we get calls on submissive urination.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. Anytime somebody comes over to the house, he pees all over them, sometimes on their shoes. Well, how old is he? Well, he's 5 months old. Or he's older.
Why hasn't he outgrown it yet?
Yeah. Or even 2-year-old.
Oh, yeah, sure. Depending on the dog's confidence level or lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's gotten yelled at every time he did do it, so it just makes it worse. Okay, so submissive urination is when a dog pees a little bit, usually when they're on their belly or wiggling around, and it's to tell the older, bigger predator, usually the human, I'm no threat, really, I'm
a
just
baby.
this baby thing.
I'm a baby.
And if they get yelled at it, what do? They pee some more. No, really, no, I'm no threat. You don't have to get mad at me. So you can actually make it worse.
Right.
By getting upset about it. So what do you greet him outside.
Or you throw a towel down.
Yeah.
I've had some people...
Or stop coming home going, oh my God, I'm just so excited to see you.
Yes. Just walk in, don't greet the puppy.
Down.
Change your clothes, go to the bathroom yourself, wash your hands, do whatever, and then 5 minutes later casually say, yeah, I'm home, how are you? Mm-hmm. But keep it calm and low-key.
Exactly.
But if you do have guests come in, if you can, have them greet the dog outside, throw a towel over their shoes, or throw a towel down for the dog, and so you don't get angry, because that does just make it worse.
It is anxious stress, so keep it calm.
Yep.
Keep it happy. Mm-hmm. So that usually will be outgrown if it doesn't become a pattern.
Right.
Right.
As they gain more confidence and they grow up.
Right. Now, one I had a female dog run into is hormone incontinence. She was fine. She was healthy. She was all house trained. But I just remember that one day she was laying comfortably on, thank goodness at the time was linoleum. And she's laid there, and all of a sudden she's had this look of concern. And I just looked at her and glanced, and she had this little urine puddle.
Oh, laying on her side.
Yeah.
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 See that? Yeah.
It just kind of, she felt, she could just look at her.
She was horrified.
She was like, I don't do this. And we brought her to the vet, and with the females, I can't even think of the medication at the moment, but she was on it for maybe about 30 days and no issues after that.
Right. Dax was the same way. Dax also had liver disease, and I think she ended up on the medication for 2 or 3 months. But then, same thing, we were able to take her off it.
Yeah.
But she was the same way. She was horribly offended. She was up on the couch, but thankfully I usually have dog blankets on the couch. And she was asleep on the couch, and then all of a sudden she jumped up like somebody bit her butt, and she looked back, and there was a puddle on the blanket, and I didn't say a word to her, but she slunk off like, oh no.
It's like wetting your pants, grown up wetting your pants in public.
Yeah.
Oh, she was horrified.
One thing we could say is don't yell at them.
Oh, no.
They're embarrassed. They know the rules. It was an accident. And then follow up with a vet like we did.
Yes. There's nothing that the dog has absolutely no control over that.
Yeah, don't punish them or yell at them.
Males can have it also, but it's much less common. It's usually related to the estrogen levels. Males, I believe it has to do with the sphincter muscle, one of the sphincter muscles. But so males can also have it, but it's not as common.
So another medical condition is just getting older.
Yeah.
Older dogs may not have the ability to hold it for as long.
Right.
Or even an awareness when they need to go.
Having an old dog at home, Riker is not having accidents, but he is drinking more. Now, he's not diabetic. He's been checked over really well, but he is drinking more, and because he's drinking more, he's going outside more. But again, thankfully, the doggy door, and he's still able to go through the doggy door. Now, the thing that I've seen is in my dogs, they go out the door, they turn to the left, go across the concrete patio to the backyard. I have noticed Riker's not going as far.
No.
He'll make it about halfway across the patio. But you know what? I don't say a word.
Yeah. He's doing what he can do.
He's doing what he can do. He's arthritic. He's got bad hips. And as long as he's not having accidents in the house, I'm not going to say a word. And then if he had an accident in the house, I'm still not going to yell at him. I just see how I could help him. Because Riker would never do it on purpose.
Exactly.
So if he pees or poops on the patio, that's okay. That's what I got a hose for. I can pick it up and hose it down.
You know what? And if you do have an older dog that does urinate more, let him out more often.
Oh, definitely.
You know, they know the rules, so give them a chance. Let them out more often.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, there's other health issues that can cause incontinence or a break in house training. One of the most common that we see with puppies, in both males and females, is a urinary tract infection.
It's pretty darn common in puppies.
Yeah. Well, they don't know how to clean themselves yet or anything, so you have bacteria buildup. Especially with the male puppies, we always, tell the owners to kind of trim around there. Don't let the little hairs get too long, and they'll get
gunky and
baby cloth, the little baby wipe thing, a few times a day.
And the little girls, too, especially the ones that squat really low.
Yeah.
And
directly touch the ground.
Get their girl parts in the dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, again, a lot of bacteria.
Right.
To the extreme degree, a friend of mine had a female pug. Or still has a female pug. She had one UTI after another. All those pug folds, she had them back there at her rear end, too.
Yeah.
And she was a deep squatter.
Yep.
And so when she would come over and stay for a week or two while they went on vacation, you had to follow her outside.
Right.
And when she went, use the wipes on her.
Yeah.
But it was better than a UTI, right?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, what happened was she was getting them on both ends. She was getting eye infections, and she was getting urinary tract infections and yeast infections, vaginal yeast infections. So she actually had surgery. She had cosmetic surgery for the folds around her eyes and the folds around her butt. But
probably worked, right?
But since then, she's had no. Yeah, I know. You can't talk about this without doing some kind of pun. She's had no eye infections and no UTIs since her surgery.
Good. Yeah.
So
I mean, we don't often recommend plastic surgery, but
she was 4 years old.
For a health problem,
looking at many more years to go. Yeah. This just took care of it. Both ends, as it were.
Now, some other things, kidney disease. Now, that's mostly related to an older dog, but not necessarily. There are some breeds that are prone to kidney disease. Some other health problems can lead to kidney disease, diabetes. And
medications can lead to kidney disease.
Oh, medications. Medications can cause more urination. Prednisone.
Yeah.
If you've got a dog who's had to take prednisone for any reason, for allergies or other problems, they drink more water, they urinate more frequently, and they urinate a lot.
Yes.
So that can cause a break in house training, especially if the dog has to go and the owner's not used to letting them out that much more often.
Exactly.
So if your veterinarian prescribes a medication, ask him if there are any side effects, including thirst and more frequent urination.
And of course, with the pred, they also get the increased appetite, which my dog is begging all the time.
Yes.
It's false.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, let us take a break for a minute, take a listen to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Sit. Stay. It's a doggy dog world. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
Every pet is unique. Maybe they're gray in the muzzle, yet young at heart. Maybe they're growing out of the puppy stage and into their paws and ears. Or maybe they're just trying to maintain a more girlish figure. At PetSmart, we have the right food for your pet at a great value for you. PetSmart. Be better together.
Go to PetSmartDeal.com and save up to 30% on awesome gifts for the pets and pet people in your life. Toys, collars, leashes, PetSmart gift cards, treats, and more. Go to PetSmartDeal.com today. PetSmartDeal.com.
I'm not much of a reader, but I do wish I were more well-read.
There are so many great books coming out. I wish I could find a way to keep up.
Audible.com makes it easy to stay well informed and catch up on your reading simply by listening. Audiobooks from Audible turn downtime into uptime. You'll be more productive and become well read.
Now I'm able to catch up on all the great books I've been wanting to read.
With Audible, I feel smarter.
Pet Life Radio listeners, try Audible.com now and get your first 30 days of Audible Listener Gold membership plan free. And get a free audiobook. Choose from over 100,000 titles. To get this great deal, go to audibledeals.com. That's audibledeals.com.
Dyson.
The new Dyson Animal Vacs are powerful bagless upright vacuums for homes with pets. Air muscle and radio root cyclone technology generates the strongest suction power to powerfully remove dust, dirt, and pet hair from the home or car. To order your Dyson Animal Vac, go to DysonDeals.com. DysonDeals.com to order your Dyson Animal Vac today.
Dyson. Music to your ears.
This year, Americans are expected to spend a jaw-dropping $36 billion on their pets. From lighted leashes to high-end spa products, the discriminating pet owner can find just about anything to pamper his or her pet. Hi, this is Michelle Fern. Join me every week for Best Bets for Pets, where we'll talk about the latest pet products and talk to the companies that make them. Best Bets for Pets, every week, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com. We know you're begging for more. So back to It's a Doggy Dog World with your fetching hosts, Liz Palika, and this week's co-hosts, Kate Abbott and Petra Burke.
Welcome back to It's a Doggy Dog World. We've been talking about why dogs break house training. And I guess we shouldn't... Break house training sounds like they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Have accidents.
Yeah. The next.
Either urination or defecation. Why does a dog have accidents? And there's a lot of things. We talked about changes in the household, changes in the family, changes in the home itself, changes in the schedule, urinary tract infections, all kinds of different things. One that we haven't talked about is leg lifting. That one's not really urination, but it is urine.
Yeah, for a different purpose.
For a different purpose.
Well, marking, either if it's a male or a female. I mean, if you have a very dominant female,
sure,
you have the same problem.
Right.
So now we're not talking about relief of bladder pressure.
No.
Right. Now we're talking about marking territory.
Leaving
claiming
a mark
something,
on the world.
Leaving a mark, peeing higher up on the table leg. But it is still a breaking house training, but just for a different reason.
So why? Yeah, that's the detective work.
Right. That requires you to figure out why, especially if your dog has not done this before and now is. Is there something? Is there a new dog in the household? Is there a new cat in the household? Is there a new person in the household?
So
has the dog just reached puberty?
The one I dealt with today, new dog in the household, and a female, so the two males were now marking inside the house. I had a cat once that I could not figure out, because I had no new cat, but it turned out there was an outdoor cat that was coming around.
And probably
so
spraying.
My indoor cat was marking around the outdoor windows.
Oh.
It wasn't that he could, they didn't meet each other, but he knew that other cat was out there, and it was causing stress.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to eliminate that stress in his life to get him to quit eliminating in the wrong.
Yes.
Nice.
This is my house, and you can't come in.
Yes.
I had a similar incident when I first got Rio. I got him at 4 months, and then there was a little competition between Logan, the other Aussie, and Benji, the Pom. They were for a couple weeks there trying to mark in the house when I introduced Rio. We nipped that real quick.
One new male in the
Yep, another new male into the
Even
pack.
though he was so young.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yep. Still did it. Yeah. So it was like, oh heck no.
Changes.
Right.
Cause all sorts of issues.
Right.
My Gina girl, she's been very good with her house training, but has it been a couple of weeks now? She injured her leg.
Right.
And before that, she was having quite an issue the week prior with her arthritis. And so she was on heavy-duty pain medications and muscle relaxants. And then she injured her leg as well. Well, a couple of mornings I found pee in the living room. Fortunately on the
the other one.
Laminate, the wood laminate.
Yeah.
So it was easy enough to clean up. But I thought, Then I realized she didn't want to go out last thing at night. I was used to opening the doors and everybody go outside last thing at night.
Right.
I had to start consciously telling her, okay, girl, get up. But it hurt.
Right.
It hurt her to get up. So she
and then
didn't
you've
want to
also
do it.
got stairs.
Yeah. She didn't want to get up and go outside, but then about 1 or 2 in the morning,
she had to go.
Yeah, she had to. So she'd go to the far other end of the house, the living room, and go. And she also felt bad about it, but
yeah, that was going to be my next point, is for Gina to break house training.
Yeah.
That took a lot.
Right. So just encouraging her to go at night.
Yeah.
That stopped it. Then she was able to hold it once again all through the morning.
Yeah. I think one of the big points we have to make is you do have to be a detective. You have to pay attention. You have to look at your dog, look at your household. And as dog trainers, we generally say a good 20% of all behavior problems have a health aspect. I think with house training accidents, it's probably more like 50-50.
If they have been house trained and then break it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they have been well house trained and break it.
Right.
If the dog has never been house trained, that's different.
That's a training
Probably
issue.
a training issue. Yeah. But if the dog is well house trained, especially if he's past puppyhood and he's well house training, then a good 50% of them probably have some kind of a medical issue. If it's an older dog, I'd even say 100%.
Yeah.
It's a medical issue.
Right.
Medical or medication or hormones, something along that lines.
And it's probably, and all these that we went over now is what we ask when they say, well, we have house training problems. Well, how long have they been house trained? How old are they? And we just go through the checklist.
And
it's amazing how many people look at you like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're right. There has been a change. All of a sudden the light bulb goes off.
Okay, when the guy that called a couple of weeks ago and said, my 5-year-old dog has been breaking house training just to spite me.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, it's often a medical or a health issue. When was the last time? We just went to the vet last week. He was fine.
But did you mention the house
That's what I said.
training?
Why did you take him to the... Well, for vaccinations. Did you tell them that she's been... No. Wouldn't they find that? No.
Not unless the dog
Not
can
unless
say.
they're looking for it.
Exactly.
So that's the other part. I mean, they took the dog in for regular vaccinations and
But they're not going to check for UTI.
No.
No, they give me vaccinations.
Then if they added all these tests, the dog owner would be teed off that they'd ordered all these tests.
It was $300 just for vaccinations. So, yeah, veterinarians are often detectives themselves.
Oh, often.
You got to give them a lot of clues so they even know where to whether to look or not, and then where to start looking.
And that brings up a good point. What all does the veterinarian or the dog trainer want to know? How often have the accidents happened?
Where
are the accidents happening?
Same place or different places?
When are they happening? What's changed? Is the dog giving some other cues? Is he trying to urinate but can't? Is there blood in the urine? Is he having stool also?
Well, like you mentioned before, age, drinking more water.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden drinking more water? Is that normal? No. Little things like that.
Right.
No.
Give the veterinarian or the dog trainer as many clues as you can so that between you and your vet or you and your trainer, you can come to some course of action.
You know, when I was a vet tech, and I'm sure you did too, you get a lot of calls from people. My cat has started urinating in the sink or the bathtub. Well, that was a classic symptom of a cat having urinary tract infection.
Right. Now, why? I have no idea, unless it's the cool.
It's the coolness, but... And somebody else proposed to me, which actually makes sense, is that the cat has to go outside of the box just to get our attention.
Oh, yeah.
And then they choose the bathtub or the sink because it feels good, the coolness.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, but it makes sense. They have a litter box, so they're not... It's not like they can't go outside.
Well, and we go out with our dog often when they go potty. We don't go to the litter box with the cat.
Right.
Once he's a kitten and he's litter box trained,
he's on his own pretty much.
He's on his own. Yeah.
So when a cat does something different, we go, oh, there's an issue. But with the dog, we go right back to, oh, he just broke training.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? It's not, no. It usually is more medical.
Right.
Or some other stressor.
Right.
In the puppy dog.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it.
Well, and then if they do, and you figured out why it's a UTI, then you've got to go back and thoroughly clean.
Oh, and you've really got to clean. Now, you can check with a black light to see if you've missed any spots.
You got to get the room really, really dark.
Yeah.
But urine black
will
light
glow.
It will fluoresce.
And you might be disgusted to find out how much there actually is.
Yeah, so be prepared.
Soap is not a great cleaner of urine.
No.
I like to do a vinegar and water rinse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pour it beyond where I think the urine is.
Oh, yeah.
Let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah.
Even a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then mop it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or towel it or wet vacuum it up.
Yeah.
That way.
I, in the last year, have pulled up some carpet from my house. Now, most of my house is tile or laminate floor. But the last couple rooms that have had carpet, I've been pulling up, rolling up, and replacing the flooring. And there were dog owners in my house before my husband and I moved in. And they had very, very big dogs. They had 2 giant schnauzers.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
There had been some accidents on that carpet that were not Australian Shepherd size.
Okay, that's the other part. You know, look at if you're talking about carpet with padding, you can clean the carpet whatsoever you want.
Oh, you'll get the
but
padding.
if you don't get all the way down to the padding,
it was disgusting. Now, I knew this couple before we bought the house from them. It was disgusting to see what huge puddles had been in that carpet.
a friend of mine rented her condo to somebody, and their dog had so many, and their cat, frankly. So after we pulled up the carpeting, we actually had to paint the subfloor.
Oh, and seal it.
Seal out, because the urine had gone all the way down to the wooden subfloor.
Right.
So we bought gallons of the Oops paint.
Yes.
We didn't care what color it was. And sealed the wood floor.
And probably didn't even roll it on. Probably just dumped it out and spread it.
So even replacing the carpet would not have changed the smell.
Well, thankfully, the padding seemed to catch it, because I checked the concrete underneath, and there were no stains on the concrete.
We all love tile.
Oh, yeah.
But grout can be very absorbent, too.
You have to seal it.
Yeah.
And you have to seal it more than once.
And around here in Southern California, I've got a lot of clients that have the Mexican pavers.
Oh,
and if
but they're porous.
They're very porous.
Yeah, they are.
They're porous.
Yeah.
And they weren't sealed.
Oh.
So now they've had them professionally steam cleaned. The tiles. And then they had them sealed.
Yeah.
To get rid of the odor. Because they would clean with soap and water, but the dogs kept going back to that same spot.
Yeah, because
and a lot of it was the odor was there, and the odor is a great big flag that says this is the place where you should pee.
Yeah, and especially if there's multiple dogs in the household.
Yep,
pee here.
7 in this case.
Oh,
anyway, and then there are good enzymatic cleaners. Nature's Miracle. There's good enzymatic cleaners.
I'll tell you what, I like vinegar.
Yeah,
you know where Riker
buy it by the gallon,
or 3 gallon. Where Riker is going on the patio. When I hose it down, then I hit it with vinegar because I don't want all 3 dogs going there.
But if you, the thing with the enzymatics is they're a little costly. They do work well, but they're costly. But if you've used soap on that area first, then 9 times out of 10, that soap is going to kill the enzymes. So you have to rinse first and get rid of the soap, and vinegar is a good way to get rid of the soap rinse before the enzymes, because the enzymes actually eat the urine molecules, and that's great.
Yeah.
And then they have to be given time to evaporate and all the above.
Right.
It will do a good job, but if you've used soap, you're wasting money to put enzymatic on there.
Right.
So if you can catch it fresh enough, use the enzyme thing. You know I'm Scotch thrifty.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, money.
And on that note, I think we'll call it quits. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Having a rough day? Longing for the dog days of summer? Think your fun furry friend lives a dog's life? Well, find out everything you're begging to know as Pet Life Radio presents It's a Doggy Dog World with pet expert and award-winning author Liz Palaika. Every dog has his day, and you'll find out how to make your dog's day fun and rewarding every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.